Hi everyone. A few of you asked me how I make my videos, so I'm going to show you exactly what it takes. And we're going to start with the equipment, then I will hook everything up, actually go for a drive, capture all the data, and then get on my computer, transfer everything to it, and render the video. So after you watch this one, you should know exactly how to make your own. So this is my equipment. I have Track Addict running on an iPhone, and this actually synchronizes the other GoPro and the other data capture from the other OBD reader. I'm using a Kiwi 3 OBD Bluetooth reader that plugs into the car and then connects to the phone. I have a GoPro 5 with the side door removed so I can connect a microphone adapter to it. And then I have two microphones for it. Typically I use this long one that I put on my bumper and connect directly to the microphone adapter that sticks on my helmet with a magnet and then plugs into the other GoPro here. And then I also have a headset in the helmet, which is actually using an OMTP standard, whereas everything in the US is typically CTIA. So there is an adapter that converts the OMTP into CTIA. It basically switches the top two connectors. One of them is mic, the other one is ground, and they are different. Now, since this is not a headset adapter but a microphone adapter, I still have to use a splitter that connects onto this plug, and then on the other side we have microphone plug or the other headphone plug. So then after this connects, I basically plug in the other microphone input into the microphone adapter. So I'm going to use that for the video so you can hear me and I can actually talk to my helmet. But this one, the microphone just plugs in directly into this with no adapters, so you can use it that way. Okay, so now I have my helmet on, the GoPro is on. I have my phone here with the other Track Addict app. So if I start the app, I can see that it will look for the OBD reader, for GPS from the phone, and for the external camera. If you have GoPro connected and installed to the phone, then it will just show up as green here. In the info section here, you can actually configure what channels and scan codes to capture from the OBD. So you may need to select some more than the default ones, but then you can just go back here, and then once you have everything green, we are actually ready to record. So I am in a parking lot with a little loop, and I will just pretend that this is the other course. So now I will just hit record, and we will then switch to the other GoPro. Okay, so now the camera is recording and we are ready to go. Okay, so now we're recording on the GoPro. We will pull up to this exit here, pretend that this is our start line, and now we wait for the signal to go. We go. We are racing. Tires are screeching. G-forces are exceeding 2G. We are doing one turn. We'll do another two, and then pretend that that's our finish line by the first entrance to the other parking lot. So towards the finish line, fast. I have an amazing 17 miles per hour, making a turn, and we are hitting our finish line. So then we pull back into the other parking lot. We stop. I'll pick up the phone and press stop recording. Okay, I'm back at home. I have my Track Addict app open. I will go to the other little folder here, select the other segment that I want to import for rendering inside the other race render. And I'm going to press the share button and then select Wi-Fi transfer. But first in race render, I have to create a new project. And when you do that, there's a button showing track addict transfer. So I click that. And then on my phone, I select sharing through Wi-Fi to race render. It's looking for my laptop. It will find it. I will press that, and the transfer completes almost instantaneously. Okay, so on the computer, we have transfer complete. And now we actually don't want any data overlay. We will do that when we import the other video from the GoPro. So I just pressed cancel. And now I'm actually going to switch to a screen capture app. So at this point we have the data imported from the Track Addict app, and now we're going to drag the other GoPro video into this input file area right here, and we will let Race Render import all the other telemetry data from the GoPro as well. At this point I can select my template, which I created a while ago, and apply that to the video. Now I have to go through every single one of those gauges and actually make sure that the right field is selected. So for tap speed, I want to use the OBD segment, vehicle speed, that's correct. Peak speed needs the same exact thing. Left turn is going to use GoPro data, so that's okay, as well as these gauges. Fuel level needs the stream from OBD. Speedometer needs OBD, as well as that numerical value here. And then temperature also needs data from OBD. The shift lights are a bit tricky, so I'm going to, they're tricky to click being between those two gauges, so I'm going to select them from the list of indicators, double click that here and select the OBD stream. Then we go to the RPM, select the OBD stream, and basically repeat that for everything except for the GPS and for the compass. So repeat, repeat. And now we also need to adjust our location for finish and for the start. So I'm going to move this slider here to get me to the point of start. And let's say that this is good enough here. So I'm going to pause it and note the time 13 seconds. And then go to the other finish line, which is at, well, let's say here, let's make it 55 seconds. So 13 and 55. I am going to click the track and edit laps. I am using the GoPro stream, so I'm going to edit the lap times and make the first setup lap 13 seconds. And the next one was, what was it, 55, so lap 01 is 55 seconds. And let's see what happens to the other location here. So that looks about, that does not look right. We need to change this to be lap 001 to, let's make it 50. Let's see what happens when we do 50 seconds. 50 seconds, still too long. So let's make it 45 seconds. There's basically some playing here. That's still too long. It's supposed to be the duration of the lap, so I guess that's where I got it wrong. So that should be 55 minus 13. Let's just do 43. Let's say that this looks right. Okay, so once we're happy with this, we are basically done with everything, and now all we have to do is to go to create video. Let's save the current project, I don't care where, and we can render the entire project or select specific times, starting, ending time, and so on. And since I'm pretty much happy with the entire project, I'm just going to click start rendering, and this is the final result.
Okay, so now we're recording on the GoPro.